Hi students, today we are dealing with a new topic, X-ray production and the components of an X-ray tube. Diagnostic X-rays are produced within the X-ray tube as high-speed electrons are rapidly decelerated by the tungsten target. And here the source of electron is the heated cathode filament, and they are driven across to the anode focal spot when thousands of kilovolts are applied. When the high-speed electrons are suddenly stopped at the focal spot, their kinetic energy is converted to X-ray photon energy, and this happens in two ways. Bremsstrahlung radiation, otherwise known as braking radiation, it occurs when a high-speed electron passing near or through a tungsten atom is attracted and braked, that is slowed down by the positively charged nucleus and deflected from its course with a loss of energy. This energy loss is given up in the form of an X-ray photon. The second one is the characteristic radiation. In this case, a high-speed electron encounters a tungsten atom within the anode and ejects a K-shell electron, leaving a vacancy in the K-shell. An electron from the adjacent L shell fills the vacancy and in doing so emits a K characteristic X-ray. The energy of the characteristic ray is equal to the difference in the energy between the K and L shell. Their basic components are the anode, that is a positive electrode, and the cathode assembly, that is a negative electrode, and it is enclosed within an evacuated glass envelope. Thus, the glass envelope enclosure creates a diode. The X-ray tube glass enclosure, however, is made up of glass that is extremely heat resistant to maintain the necessary vacuum for the production of X-rays. Should the vacuum begin to deteriorate, air molecules within the tube will collide with and decelerate the high-speed electrons traveling to the anode, thus diminishing the production of X-rays. That is, we need vacuum inside the X-ray tube for the production of X-rays. Let's have a short look on what we have studied till now. First one is the X-ray tube has two components. First is the negative cathode and second one is the positive electrode, that is the target. And next point is the X-ray tube has a glassy enclosure and it is highly heat resistant to maintain the vacuum within the X-ray tube for the production of X-rays. Next is the cathode assembly, and it consists of one or more filaments, their supporting wires and a focusing cup. The filament will be a fine 1 to 2 centimeter coil of tungsten wire, and it is heated with the required 3 to 5 amperes and 10 to 12 volts by the filament circuit. And when it is heated, it will liberate outer shell tungsten electrons, and this event is called thermionic emission. A typical X-ray tube has two filaments. They are called double focus tubes, one small and one large, to direct electrons to either the small or large focal spot. As the filament boils of electrons, small quantities of tungsten can be vaporized and deposited on the inner surface of the glass envelope. If tungsten is deposited on the pot window, it acts as a filter and reduces the intensity of the X-ray beam. It can also affect the tube vacuum and ultimately leads to the tube failure. The anode will be a 2 to 5 inch diameter molybdenum or graphite disc with a beveled edge. The beveled surface has a focal track of tungsten and rhenium alloy. And the anode is typically of two types, rotating anodes and a stationary anode. Rotating anodes can withstand delivery of a greater amount of heat for a period of time than stationary anodes. Characteristics of tungsten as a target material: it has high atomic number that will increases the X-ray production, and it has a high melting point to resist pitting and cracking, and thermal conductivity for heat dissipation. Let's summarize our topic. X-rays, that is Brem's and characteristic X-rays, are produced by the abrupt deceleration of high-speed electrons by tungsten atoms within the target. The X-ray tube is a diode, that is, it has a negative electrode and a positive electrode. The X-ray tube's electrodes are enclosed within a vacuum glass envelope, and the cathode assembly consists of tungsten filaments with supporting wires and a negatively charged molybdenum focusing cup. Most X-ray tubes have at least two filaments, one for each focal spot. Heating of the filament to incandescence and subsequent boiling of electrons is called thermionic emission. The anode is a 2 to 5-inch molybdenum or graphite disc with a peripheral focal track of tungsten and rhenium alloy. Tungsten is the target material of choice because of its high atomic number, high melting point and thermal conductivity, and rhenium helps prevent pitting. Friends, today's topic is over, and in coming days we will deal with the rest of the topics. Until then, bye.